family is supposed to be a source of love and support, a safe haven in a harsh world. But what happens when that love becomes twisted and unhealthy, crossing boundaries that should never be crossed? Emotional incest and codependency are two sides of the same coin, fueled by a toxic mix of love and dysfunction. Join us as we explore the dark side of family love and uncover the hidden wounds that can scar us for life. Emotional incest and codependency. Emotional incest and codependency are related concepts that describe dysfunctional behavior patterns within families. Emotional incest occurs when a parent or caregiver relies on a child for emotional support and companionship that should be reserved for adult relationships. Emotional incest can be damaging to the child's emotional and psychological development, as it can blur boundaries and create a sense of inappropriate intimacy. On the other hand, codependency is a pattern of behavior in which a person becomes overly reliant on others for their sense of self-worth and identity. Codependent individuals often prioritize the needs of others above their own, to the point where their own well-being is compromised. This can be particularly problematic in family relationships, where codependency can lead to a dynamic in which one family member becomes overly responsible for the emotional and practical needs of the others. The signs and symptoms of emotional incest and codependency in families. Emotional incest and codependency are two distinct but related issues that can occur within families. Signs and symptoms of emotional incest. 1. Inappropriate emotional sharing. A parent or caregiver may share intimate or adult details about their life or relationships with their child in ways that are not age-appropriate. 2. Enmeshment. An overly close and enmeshed relationship between a parent and child, in which the child is treated more like a partner or friend than a child. 3. Emotional manipulation. A parent or caregiver may use guilt or other emotional tactics to make the child feel responsible for their emotional well-being. 4. Boundary violations. Parents or caregivers may cross emotional, physical, or sexual boundaries with the child. 5. Emotional dependence. The parent or caregiver may rely on the child for emotional support, validation, or companionship in ways that are not healthy or appropriate. Signs and symptoms of codependency. 1. Difficulty expressing emotions. Someone who exhibits codependency tendencies may find it difficult to communicate their own emotions and might give more importance to the emotions of others than their own. 2. People-pleasing. A codependent individual may give more importance to fulfilling the needs of others rather than their own, sometimes leading to the neglect of their own needs. 3. Control issues. An individual who is suffering from codependency may attempt to regulate or direct the actions of others to gain a sense of safety or to prevent experiencing emotions such as anxiety or fear. The impact of emotional incest and codependency on a person. Both emotional incest and codependency can have a significant impact on a person's emotional and mental well-being. Here are some of the ways they can affect an individual. 1. Difficulty with boundaries. Individuals who have experienced emotional incest or codependency may struggle to establish and maintain healthy boundaries in relationships. This can occur due to a lack of experience setting boundaries, fear of rejection, or a belief that their value is tied to meeting the emotional needs of others. As a result, individuals may develop a pattern of overgiving and neglecting their own needs. This can manifest in various ways, such as putting others' needs before their own, taking on too much responsibility, or feeling guilty for saying no to requests or demands. 2. Fear of abandonment. Emotional incest and codependency can create a fear of abandonment in individuals, which can make it challenging for them to leave unhealthy relationships or set boundaries that may lead to rejection. This fear of abandonment can lead individuals to engage in behaviors that maintain unhealthy relationships, such as staying in abusive relationships or tolerating emotional neglect. This can result in feelings of frustration, resentment, and anxiety. 3. Low self-esteem. Those who have gone through emotional incest or codependency may find it challenging to have a positive self-image and self-value, as they may have internalized the belief that their worth is contingent upon fulfilling the emotional needs of others. 4. Trust issues. Emotional incest and codependency can make it difficult for individuals to trust others, as they may have experienced betrayal, manipulation, or emotional neglect in past relationships. Trust issues can manifest in various ways, including a tendency to keep emotional distance from others, or an inability to open up and share personal experiences or feelings. This can make it challenging for individuals to establish healthy, meaningful relationships with others. 5. Difficulty with intimacy. Individuals may have learned to suppress their own needs and desires in order to meet the emotional needs of others, leading to a disconnection from their own emotions and desires. This can make it difficult to engage in healthy, intimate relationships that require open communication and mutual support. 6. Anxiety and depression. Individuals who have experienced emotional incest or codependency may be at an increased risk of anxiety and depression due to the emotional toll of these experiences. 7. Addiction. Individuals who have undergone emotional incest or codependency may have a higher likelihood of developing addiction, as they may resort to using drugs or alcohol as a way to manage the emotional anguish and trauma linked to these experiences. It is important to note that everyone's experience with emotional incest and codependency is unique, and the impact can vary based on a range of factors. Breaking the cycle of emotional incest and codependency in families. It can be a challenging process, but it is possible with commitment and effort. Here are some steps that individuals and families can take to break the cycle. 1. Seek professional help. Seeking professional help is an essential step in breaking the cycle of emotional incest and codependency. A therapist or counselor who specializes in treating these issues can provide a safe space for individuals and families to explore their experiences, feelings, and behaviors. They can help individuals develop coping mechanisms and communication skills that can assist them in establishing healthy boundaries and relationships. Therapists and counselors can also provide psychoeducation to individuals and families about emotional incest and codependency, including their signs, symptoms, and effects. This can help individuals and families gain a deeper understanding of their experiences and how they may be impacting their lives. 2. Set boundaries. When individuals set boundaries, they are defining what is acceptable and unacceptable behavior for themselves and others. This can help prevent the overstepping of personal boundaries, and it can also help individuals establish healthy relationships. Saying no when necessary is an essential aspect of setting healthy boundaries. Individuals who have experienced emotional incest or codependency may feel the need to please others at their own expense, which can lead to burnout, exhaustion, and resentment. By saying no, individuals can prioritize their own needs and protect their mental and emotional well-being. 3. Develop self-awareness. Developing self-awareness is an important step in being freed from the cycle of emotional incest and codependency. It involves becoming more mindful of one's thoughts, emotions, and behaviors, and how they impact oneself and others. By developing self-awareness, individuals and families can identify patterns of behavior that may be contributing to emotional incest and codependency. Negative self-talk is a common pattern of behavior that can contribute to emotional incest and codependency. Individuals who have experienced emotional incest or codependency may internalize messages that they are not good enough or that their needs are not important. Developing self-awareness can help challenge negative self-talk and replace it with positive affirmations. 4. Foster healthy communication. Healthy communication involves active listening, expressing feelings and needs clearly and directly, and practicing empathy and understanding. Active listening is an essential aspect of healthy communication. When individuals actively listen, they are fully present and engaged in the conversation, focusing on what the other person is saying without distraction. This can involve asking clarifying questions, reflecting on what the other person is saying, and avoiding interrupting or talking over them. Expressing feelings and needs in a clear and direct manner is also crucial in healthy communication. Individuals who have experienced emotional incest or codependency may have difficulty expressing their emotions and needs due to a fear of rejection or abandonment. By expressing their feelings and needs directly, individuals can establish open and honest communication, which can lead to healthier relationships. 5. Cultivate a support system. Identifying individuals who are trustworthy and supportive is an essential first step in cultivating a support system. These individuals may include family members, friends, or even professionals such as therapists or support group members. It is important to be selective in choosing individuals for one's support system, as not all individuals may be helpful or supportive. Emotional incest and codependency can have a devastating impact on individuals and families, leading to a range of emotional, psychological, and behavioral challenges. Breaking the cycle of emotional incest and codependency requires individuals to seek professional help, set healthy boundaries, develop self-awareness, foster healthy communication, focus on personal growth, and cultivate a support system. But here's an intriguing question for you. Do you think that emotional incest and codependency are often overlooked or minimized in our society? And what steps can we take to raise awareness and address these issues more effectively? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more insightful videos on mental health and well-being.